What is your relationship to nature?
I've always done landscape in terms of that being my genre in painting. I suppose any opportunity I can to break away from the surface allows me to create worlds. And when I think of my agency in the world, I'm always thinking of nature.
Okay, death by landscape. Two adolescent girls go for a hike. They're away from home at summer camp, and they have left the main group of campers to wander up a rocky hillside thick with trees. The girls are extremely close, as young girls often are. Their thoughts and feelings and bodies are all wound up with each other's. As they're walking, one of the girls steps off the main path to pee behind a tree. A minute later, her friend hears a strange shout. She runs into the brush, but no one is there. The girl is gone.
I see the sky. I see birds and clouds and the sun shining on a planet.
Okay, so starting here at the very front, there is a center point. So you have to find the center point.
Oh, yeah.
It's magic.
And then this.
Oh, should match that.
Perfect.
Okay, perfect. So now the landscape is ready to be explored.
I would say the relationship between the nature or the natural and the artificial, and the balance between that, how much is which. In performance, what is it, W.C. Fields said, never act with children or dogs, because they're so much more interesting. You know, the eye goes immediately to children and dogs because they're not controlled. And so I've always taken it as, if it's only artifice, then it doesn't have life. If it's only nature, it's fuzzy and the audience can't see anything.
I think even if you haven't played a video game, all of us have played games, and failure is a intrinsic part of playing a game. Game studies is a subfield of cultural studies and uses a lot of literary theory, but also philosophy to understand video games and games per se. Obviously, I'm very passionate about video games, but I do also consider video games a necessity for a lot of people to engage because it's a form of language.
I love that this makes the weather.
Yeah.
So nice.
Yeah, it also reminded me, but you know the Nebra disc?
No.
It's like one of the oldest depictions of the celestial sky from Europe. It's like from the Bronze Age.
See, that's why you're here. So I love how you think you're the first person to do things, but they did it in the Bronze Age.
I don't know if this will be meaningful to you or useful, but it was one of the most profound things where I realized why I do theater. When I was reading an interview with the great pianist Alfred Brendel, and he said in this interview, he said that he gets in performance, he'll play a Beethoven sonata, he gets to just before the final chord, he lifts his hands in performance and silently asks the audience how long they'll let him wait until he plays the final chord. When I read that, I said, that is why I'm in the business, that sacred circle.
I want something very specific from audiences that visit your exhibition at Visual. I want them to come out altered. Like, I want them to come out blinking and for the clouds to look different than they did before they went in. And I think that your work has the power to give them that kind of sensory reshuffle.